Hello, this is Andrew Davey at Nevada Ford, and we're here with Vien Truong from Green for All. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So first off, why are you here in Nevada today?
There's a lot of things happening in Nevada. Besides the glitz and glamour, there's a lot of campaigns around environmental justice that needs to happen. There's a campaign today around healthy buses for Niños. Green for All is here to support them, to help make sure we're directing VW settlement money to helping transform the diesel buses into electric buses.
And why do you think this is so important? And why do you think the state of Nevada needs to invest VW settlement money in this program?
I grew up and live in a community where 1 out of 4 people in my community have asthma. And it's because we're surrounded on all sides by highways and freeways. And for most families in America today, they don't have a choice to move away from these busy roads and highways. And that's true here too. The diesel bus problem, they're basically refineries on wheels. You have kids who are on a bus and the tailpipe is spewing out that black smoke. It goes into the bus and they're breathing it in all day. And it gets into the baby lungs, which keeps them from forming their lungs properly, which causes asthma. We heard so many moms today tell stories about how that was happening to their own kids.
Why do you think it's taken so long for this to come to the forefront, for such a serious issue? And now, finally, we're paying attention. Maybe we'll finally do something about it.
Yeah, I think that people have overlooked the problem for too long, and finally the numbers game is growing enough that people are beginning to pay attention. But I will say that it's not clear yet that the attention that they're beginning to have on this is going to transform into action. That's why today there's a press conference, because it's a push for Sandoval to actually do something about this work, and she has the money to do it. So let's make sure it happens.
And finally, I know Green for All, Mr. Van Jones, and locally, Chispa here in Nevada are specifically organizing in communities of color around environmental justice issues. Why are we seeing this big push now? Especially when over the years we've heard that communities of color don't care so much about the environment. That environmentalists are all white hippies.
That's been the myth. But in fact, if you look at communities of color, we have cared a long time about our Mother Earth. We have cared a long time as indigenous communities around how we treat the earth and how we treat our soil, how do we value organic and natural materials. But it hasn't been qualified as environmentalism. Well, now we begin to understand that it is, and we have to actually build together, because divided we fall, together we stand, and we can actually do a lot more. It's an urgent issue because a lot of scientists are saying we have less than 100 years of habitability on Earth. That means I might not have grandkids if we don't do something about this. That means I might not have grandkids, and that is not okay. So the urgency of the matter is aggravated by the fact that we have a president who's threatening to cut the Environmental Protection Agency by 1/3. So that means we're going to have more air pollution, more cities like Flint, more problems like groundwater contamination. None of us want that. We're here in Las Vegas, and I know people think it's all glitzy and glamoury. I just heard from a mom who sees planes dump out pesticides every morning to mitigate the amount of flies and mosquitoes around the wetlands here. Every morning. She had a son who had to get to the hospital 2 months ago that got intubated. He was close to dying. So the reason why we're here is because the matter is urgent. Environmentalism isn't a problem to deal with in 5 years. It's today, and it's now.